And welcome back, YouTube. This is Buster here with another video. Today I'm here to share with you my Final Fantasy Creatures Volume 3 Collection Showcase. In my previous video, I showcased Volume 2. This time we're taking a look at the complete Volume 3 full color set. 10 different miniatures to showcase. And the fun thing about set 3, or volume 3, is that it adds Final Fantasy X, 2, and 11 creatures and monsters that you could collect. The previous one had 7, 8, 9, and 10. This one has 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, and 11. So, we got a nice variety of creatures, summonings, boss monsters, just the whole 9 yards this time around. And without further introduction, let's hop right into this. First up, from Final Fantasy VII, we have just have to grab him here. The Diamond Weapon. One of the 5 weapons to make an appearance in the Final Fantasy VII game. This one you actually got to fight. Unlike Sapphire Weapon, you actually got to fight Diamond Weapon in the game. Great all-around miniature. I love the shoulder giant guns up here. It's so cool. Energy beams. Of course, the core chest and the head all make this miniature a fantastic piece to add to the collection. And here is the collector's card. Apologies about Volume 2, I forgot to show the collector's card with each miniature. That is the Diamond Weapon, a foreboding masterpiece of a miniature. Alright, up next, also representing Final Fantasy VII, we have one of the incarnations of Bahamut. I believe this is either Sin or Neo Bahamut, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe Final Fantasy VII had 4 different iterations of Bahamut, so I cannot remember which one this represents. And the collector's card would tell me, but this unfortunately did not come with a collector's card. So this is the one miniature I'm missing a collector's card for. Great attention to detail there. I love the giant horns just wavering off there to the distance. The little flame stand that he's standing on. The issue with the flame stand is it does make it kind of unbalanced. It's not level with the other foot, so he does kind of want to tend to lean, and sometimes he leans forward too. So it does make it unbalanced. Not the most well-designed balance-wise miniature, unfortunately. That is Final Fantasy VII Bahamut. I believe it's either Sin or Neo, so I'm not... You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Alright, there we go. Up next, a really cool Guardian Force. Representing Final Fantasy VIII, we have Cerberus, the 3-headed dog. Now, I'm not going to lie, when I first got Cerberus, I was a bit disappointed by his ability. I thought he'd have a lot more damaging, powerful ability, but over time I'd have learned to appreciate him as a Guardian Force. kind of like Doom Train. I always thought Doom Train would be a lot. When I first seen him, I was like, it's a really cool summon, but I was kind of disappointed by the damage, and then I realized all the status effects he does, and I'm like, okay, definitely worth it. That is Cerberus. I love the 3 heads there. They each can be detached, so if you want, you can be like, this could be great for a D&D campaign where you can just detach a head if you want to be like, oh, yep, I cut off a head, I cut off another head, down to 1 head type thing. So that could be a great D&D campaign miniature. That is Cerberus, and here is his collector's card. Arg. Up next, we're going to stay in the realm of Final Fantasy VIII. And this guy is pretty freaking cool, if I do say so myself. We have Gilgamesh, another Guardian Force. So Gilgamesh is a completely optional and 100% skippable and without return. Like this guy, you can skip. And if you miss him, there is no second chance at getting him. He is a one-and-done type miniature. Or one-and-done type Guardian Force. Spoilers, I'm going to tell you how you get him. In Final Fantasy VIII, of course, you get him by bringing Odin to the final Slifer fight. And on the Lunatic Pandora. And if you have Odin, Odin will come out, try to attack your opponent. He will do a counter move and kill Odin, which will leave his sword to hit the ground, opening a rift in the space-time continuum, and Gilgamesh will pick up Odin's sword and join your party. That is how you obtain Gilgamesh, by bringing Odin to the Lunatic Pandora fight. You can obtain Odin after the Lunatic Pandora and retain Odin until the end of the game, or you can decide to get Gilgamesh. The choice is yours. But the miniature itself is absolutely beautiful. Look at his pants. I never really paid attention to his pants before, but he's wearing like these polka dot, almost like shorts. That's kind of crazy. He has these really cool red and black boots. The giant red flowing cape. The multiple different hands and swords. This, not quite sure what that thing is on the back there. But yeah, just such a cool Guardian Force. Not the most useful one, because he can do... his is like a 1 in 4 chance of doing the thing you want, but a really cool miniature, nonetheless. Just a little bit unstable, that's the only issue with him. He's a little bit unstable. Sometimes he does like to tip. So I'm going to put him in front, just so he doesn't tip. He's out of the picture, but he's there. And here's his card, for anybody wondering. And then we're going to go to the lone Final Fantasy IX miniature. We got Death Gaze. I love the red orb that he's sitting on. I will say the way that he connects to the base does make him a bit unstable. He wants to tip back, just like Gilgamesh does sometimes. Usually his giant wingspan will catch him, so usually he'll just kind of lean back to a point and then you just stop. But it is a bit of an annoyance, nonetheless. You got the beautiful red, black, and gold coloring here. Love the back. Look at that detail. Excellent. And of course, oh, sorry. You got his face. Sorry, just getting too close. His face there. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, not gorgeous. Ugly, but cool. And because he's also unstable, I'm going to put him next to Gilgamesh. And here is his collector's card. And then we're going to move to Final Fantasy X, in which we're going to start with Seymour Evolution. So this is one of the multiple forms of Seymour that you will fight in the game. This, like, dragon thing that wraps around him is kind of a cool little feature. I do like that. Very monotone color, blue, gray, purple, with a little purple, green, and the yellow base here. You got the tail that wraps all the way around the back here, the yellow base that he's kind of floating above. I do like the semi-translucency of the, I'm not quite sure, it's almost like bug wings going on there. And of course, his face, if you can see it, the red eyes, to show that he has evolved and ascended to the next level. That is Seymour Evolution. And here's his collector's card. And then the next one is one of the few female figures that we actually get from the franchise, so that's kind of nice. Representing Final Fantasy X, we have Lady Yunalesca. There's her face. Very minimalistic clothing options. You got these green stripes going off to the side there. The giant headpiece. You know, I never really noticed it in the video game, but looking at this figure like this, it kind of looks like she's jumping out of a, or being, it looks like she's kind of coming out of a giant vagina when you look at it. That giant green and purple vagina. She got the Seymour hair going on there. Absolutely beautiful miniature. Very hefty with this, the back part of that base there, though. And then, of course, we got the collector's card of Lady Yunalesca. And now, we move on to the last one representing Final Fantasy X. We got the big baddie, Sin himself. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of disappointed that this isn't larger scale. This should be huge. I mean, it's smaller than Lady Yunalesca. Yunalesca is human size. Sin is like the size of an airship. Larger than an airship. Larger than an aircraft carrier. Yeah, this should have been scaled up some. I understand it's miniatures, you gotta kind of keep them all the same scale, but, you know, that is one complaint I have. But let's just take a look. Look at the amount of detail with all the carvings that Sin has in him. Look at all that. Beautiful, beautiful work there. The, like, flares to the side there. You even have the little, maze and, like, city-esque part at the top there where you, go to make your final entryway to the final battle. It's just so cool there. This giant whale-like mouth. So cool. Got his tail. Yeah, this is a great miniature. I absolutely love it, and the like red waves that he's kind of jumping on there, that fits this miniature so well. It is a fantastic miniature. Probably one of my favorite ones from from the set 3 album in general. I just wish it was larger. That's my only issue. That is Sin, representing Final Fantasy X. Alright, and here is his collector's card. I got 2 of them, because I got the metal version too, which came with it, so just a nice little bonus. And I'm going to share with you the next one, representing Final Fantasy X-2, the lone X-2 miniature of the set. We have, as it's listed here, Riku's special dress. Believe it or not, this is probably the second or third most desired mini in the entire Final Fantasy Creatures original set for miniatures. Out of the entire 53-piece set, this is probably number 2 or 3 in terms of desirability. But look at it though, it is really nice. You got the mech that she's sitting on, the Machina. Excuse me, the orange, the blue, the amount of detail. It almost looks like a diva dress. Like, diva dress was probably inspired by this. You got the ruins that it's standing on top of. The guns that are ready to blast their opponent. Riku in her Zero Suit Samus cosplay on top there. Just a beautiful miniature. I can understand why this is like number 2 or 3 for desirability. Like the one, definitely in the top 3 of the most desired out of the original 53-piece set. Absolutely awesome. I love it. Super happy to have it. And this was probably the most expensive miniature that I had to pay for. Because the most expensive one I actually got part is a lot. This one I had to pay for by itself. And here is her collector's card. Beautiful. Now, we reached the final miniature of the set, and let me tell you, this piece of crap I had the biggest issue putting together. And it's from Final Fantasy XI. I never even played 11, so I have no personal attachment. This thing is absolutely a pain in my ass. I hated putting this miniature together. So, the background on that out of the way, I'll share with you the final miniature of the set. We have the Dark Dragon from Final Fantasy XI. Or as I like to call it, the fucking pain in my ass. Sorry for the coarse language, I absolutely hated this thing putting it together. It made me bleed because I was holding the piece in place for so long. One of the spikes kind of got embedded, and then I kind of accidentally kind of like ran my hand down the side with the spikes pointing out, and or not my hand, my finger, and kind of caught one of the edges a bit too harsh. Made me bleed just a little bit, but still made me bleed. This particular leg right here, I still can't get to attach very well. So yeah, this thing was just a nightmare. Everything else, no, not even everything else. Connecting both legs to the base sucked. Connecting both legs, back legs, to the body sucked. The rest of it was okay, but just these legs going into the base and the body just did not want to cooperate whatsoever. So yeah, sorry for the rant. this guy just sucked so much. And of course, he has a lot of spikes, so putting it trying to hold it in place while you're gluing it just sucks. Just sucks, it sucks, it sucks. Sucks more than Kirby. So as you can tell, because of the issue I had, and no attachment to the game, it looks like a decent miniature. I will say that. It could definitely be used in Dungeons and Dragons as like a, maybe like a wyvern, maybe like a elder dragon, maybe just some sort of fake dragon. Yeah, it's just not. I have no personal attachment to it, so because I never played 11 at all. Yeah, that's the Dark Dragon. Apparently it's a big deal in Final Fantasy XI, but I know nothing about it. Or should I say, early days of Final Fantasy XI, but I know nothing about it. I do like the orange orb there, that is cool. So yeah, sorry about that rant. Like I said, it's a decent looking miniature when it's put together. It sucked. It sucked putting it together. Here is the card. And just to go over real quick, to show proof I do have the cards for set 2. Odin, Adel, Lich, Behemoth, Alexandra, Bahamut, Anima, Vraska's Final Aeon, however you say Odin's horse's name. Alright. With that said, that is the Final Fantasy Creatures Volume 3 collection video. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite miniature is from this set. For me, it's like a three-way tie. We got Gilgamesh. I absolutely love this guy. So cool looking. We got Riku's special dress. That's really cool. I love the orange Machina. And we got Sin. All three of those are really, really great. And of course, Lady Unalesca jumping out of the vagina. That's also pretty cool, too. Such a hard set to decide a winner. I know which one's my loser, just because of the pain and suffering I had to go through to put that together. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite miniature is. Like and comment if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see future content like this. Who knows, I might do the Creature Kai collection in the future, if you want to see that. And as always, I will see you next time. This is Booster Max Buster, and I'm signing out. Peace.